support the statewide sportsmanship program, Raise the Bar. Sportsmanship does matter, and we ask you for your support in demonstrating respect for the match and all the participants by refraining from negative cheers, chants, or behavior. Do rowdy right.
What's that? Yeah.
Kicking on for Stansbury is number 8, Jay McKay.
We are set for the 4A semifinal. Stansbury and Mountain Crest, and we are underway from Rice-Eccles Stadium. The kick will be taken inside the 5-yard line. Out across the 20, now to the 30-yard line. And on the return for the Mountain Crest Mustangs is number 22, Jace Dart. Well, Mountain Crest comes into this game, only one loss on the year, Dane, and that loss was to Skyview. And in that game, Mountain Crest was first and goal from the 1-yard line, was held out of the end zone, and with just over a minute left, Skyview went the length of the field and scored on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line and scored with no time left. That is the one loss for Mountain Crest. They come in after knocking off the undefeated Dixie Flyers, who I thought was the best team in 4A. Well, Mountain Crest went down to St. George and took care of business 18-17. On first down, it's Jace Dart to the 25-yard line, and it'll be 2nd down and 5.
Dusty, a fantastic introduction to this game. These two teams have already played this year, and it was Mountain Crest who took care of business rather easily against Stansbury. But you mentioned maybe their most impressive win of the year coming that last week down at Dixie, and they completely made the Flyers look uncomfortable. This is a team that came up here or hosted Lone Peak earlier this year and defeated Lone Peak rather easily. And so Mountain Crest, it speaks to how good they are. And you mentioned that only loss of the year. They got a chance if they win this one, and depending on the other side of the bracket, they could seek some redemption.
A short gain on 2nd down. It'll be 3rd down and 3. And not only did Dixie knock off host Lone Peak and beat them, they also knocked off 5A semifinal and 4A runner-up Springville in week 1.
Yeah,
and that's how good Dixie was.
Yeah, I mean, and Mountain Crest, you know, Dixie has been dropping points on everyone. Well, they won that game. I think it was 18-17.
18-17. Yep.
Yeah, it was a barn burner, and really the defense was fantastic in the first meeting between these two. We mentioned Mountain Crest was very successful. It was the defense again. They created a lot of turnovers for Mountain Crest to really help distance themselves away from the Stallions.
That's Brady Hall on 3rd down, picking up the 1st down via his legs. And Hall, the younger brother, I believe it has to be, Bug Hall, the former quarterback and point guard for Mountain Crest.
And Brady Hall is a kid that does it all. Dusty, coming into this game, 2,700 yards passing, completes just under 60% of his throws, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, but he's also leading the team in rushing, nearly 800 yards on the ground for Brady Hall this year to go with 9 touchdowns.
And just like his brother did when he donned the orange and blue. Coach Jason Lee, in just his 2nd year, the helm of Mountain Crest. Of course, the Mountain Crest Mustangs won a couple championships under Coach Mark Wooten, who's now at Pleasant Grove. As we have a delay of game penalty against Mountain Crest.
First down, 15 yards to go.
And it'll be Hall rolling near side on 1st and 15 fires, and that pass is complete. And on the reception is Lepi Takovea. And it'll be second down and about, we'll call it 5.
You know, and this is one of the areas where Mountain Crest, I thought, had a real distinct advantage in that first matchup, particularly with Nick Nethercott. Now, I know that he didn't make that reception. We'll talk about him when he does. But the receivers for Brady Hall have been a real key to his success this year.
The setback now is Josh Powell. Out of the pistol, speed option. Hall reverses field and goes right into the teeth of the Stallion defense, and Stansbury knocks him back. It'll be about a half-yard shy of the first down marker. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
And to me, this first drive for this Stansbury defense is extremely important. I mean, we already mentioned, the first meeting, 52-19, the advantage for Mountain Crest. Stansbury has to come out here and find a little bit of defensive success. It was tough to get Mountain Crest off the field in that first one. But, boy, they could really use a good shot of confidence here in the early going of this semifinal.
Big front for Mountain Crest, and it is a first down on the carry there for Brady Hall on the sneak. And he almost got pulled down short, but none to no avail.
Boy, and a fantastic job. I think it was a linebacker who really burst through there and laid the helmet on Hall, trying to stop his progress. But the toughness of Hall, he's not the biggest kid. I mean, he's a big kid, but it's not like he's 6'2", 6'4", but a nice job of leaning forward and picking up the first down.
Hall mishandles a snap, and then the mishandle on the handoff as Bo Robinson lucky to get on top of that football, and it'll be 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, that play was trouble from the start. A high snap that Hall struggles to bring down. Once he does, he's late on the give. I mean, you just see everything here, the timing just off. And heady play by Robinson just to dive on it, keep the possession.
Check that, 2nd down and 13 now. Pressure coming. Well, they blitzed off the edge, didn't get home, and on the catch, falling down is Garrett Burgess, the young sophomore. And he's down at the 38-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 6. Empty set backfield here for Hall. Looking left, pressure comes. Hall leaves the pocket, gets popped from behind. Will end up about a yard, maybe 2 shy of the first down marker. And he was tracked down by Stansbury's number 33. Takiaho made the stop. And it's now 4th down and 1, and Mountain Crest will go for it. Single setback is Bo Robinson, I believe. It'll be Hall off the left side, has the first down at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Mustangs.
Hall having success here early, Dusty. Another opportunity for a short yardage keeper for Hall. Able to burst ahead. That time he just takes a step or two to his left. Not looking for that pressure up the middle by Stansbury they showed on the previous one. And nice play call and another first down for the Stangs.
Inside of 7 minutes, an impressive first drive here. Hall rolls near side, looking deep. He's got a man. Makes the grab. Touchdown. Nick Nethercott. And the opening drive leads to a touchdown.
There's the guy. And in my opinion, Nick Nethercott, the guy who makes this whole thing work, Dusty. Now that's a big body. You see Hall going to his right. No safety help down the middle of the field. And you see it's mano a mano, and the size of Nick Nethercott at 6'3", 210 wins out for the Mustangs.
6:45 remaining in the opening quarter. And it's been all Mustangs. They've had the ball the entire quarter. That first drive, very, very impressive, as the point after is up and good. So the Mustangs take the opening drive, go right down the field and score. You are watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. Will now be the Stallions' turn. Who's the best horse? How can I not open the game that way? What am I doing? Mustangs and Stallions.
We got an old derby here at Rice Eccles Stadium, huh?
We're not even in the spring. I would say a little punch of a kick, but man alive, if we're not putting a whole swing through that thing, Eli Wells put 60 yards on that ball without even trying. Zane Taylor was the largest punter I'd ever seen, and Zane played here at Utah, was a starting offensive lineman. He was at San Juan, and I remember doing the 2A versus 3A all-star game and seeing this ginormous punter. And he was easily the biggest punter. And he's pretty close. Eli Wells is pretty close to the next biggest one, next to Riker Matthews when he was at American Fork. So we have a false start or something happened right before the snap here.
How many linemen do you see that kick? I mean, Eli Wells, number 77, that's not real common, but listed O-line, D-line, kicker. That's a versatile kid, man. Who says that linemen aren't athletes, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they're athletes. I mean, and all that, he's probably a wrestler, too.
Yeah, probably. I know he'd kick my trash in a fight. See what I did there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What's funny is when you think of Mountain Crest, my favorite Mountain Crest moment ever was Ethan Lofthouse.
Yeah,
as a defensive tackle at 115 pounds.
It was awesome.
And Ethan was a state championship wrestler, went on to wrestle at the University of Iowa. That tells you how good he is. And here we go, Lindsey right in the open field. Across midfield to the 40 and out of bounds at around, they mark him out at the 39-yard line. How about this from Mitch Lindsey, the transfer from Hillcrest, making some big plays.
Lindsey off to the races, horses. But a beautiful job, that option. Able to keep it, reads the defense well, and he really struggled to run the ball effectively in that first matchup. Got to be key for him to find success running the football here tonight.
And on second down, runs the option, goes right behind his fullback for a yard, maybe two. It'll be second down and long for the Stallions.
Lindsey, the third leading rusher for this team, Silas Young, over 1,300 yards this season, 21 touchdowns on the ground for Silas. And then Jet Richens, boy, you know you're quick if your first name's Jet, right? Jet Richens, second on the team in rushing.
He better be.
That's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Right. And there's a give up the middle. And on the carry is Silas Young. And it'll be third down and short.
His first carry tonight. I mean, they don't throw the ball very often. Under 1,000 yards passing for Lindsey this season. Got to get the ground game going against a stingy Mountain Crest defense.
First time I've seen Stansbury since their game against Grantsville back in September. It was a win for the Stallions that night. And here's a give up the middle. And again on the carry is Silas Young. And that is a first down. First and 10 Stallions.
Another look. And you see it's not really a trap, but kind of on the play there. Has remnants of a trap for Young. Nice pickup.
Go in this double wing offense. Fake the fly sweep, go up the middle. And it'll be a short gain on first down.
Have two 22s on the roster, and that time our PA man called the second.
He's called him a couple times, so maybe I was wrong, but no. But we're right, Silas Young. I'm
going to go with Silas Young. That's what previous games have said, and so.
Well, Carson Kickener is listed as a tight end defensive end. I'm gonna just go on a limb and say that Silas is the guy. And here's Silas once again, and he stood up and dropped. It'll be a short, well, if it gain at all, it'll be third down and long for the probably for the Stallions.
Yeah, and this is a situation that I don't think that Stansbury wants to find themselves in very frequently, let alone on the opening drive for the Stallions.
3rd and 7. Lindsay going to go read option and nothing there. Knifing through and making the stop was number 6, Tanner Lofthouse. There we go. That, now we're doing a Mountain Crest game. Lofthouse with the stop, and it's 4th down.
No, you're right, Dusty. Lofthouse does a fantastic job of breaking through. I mean, I think it looks like the right read the moment that Lindsay has the ball, but Lofthouse just blows that thing up in no time.
It'll be a pass. Lindsay fires over the middle, got a man, just overthrown. Would have been 6, but could not catch up to it. Justin Matthews, and it's turnover on downs.
Man, that one's so close. Matthews open over the middle, and this one just a little bit too much behind it from Lindsay, and a missed opportunity for Stansbury on their opening possession.
So back comes Hall and the Mustangs, leading 7-0. That first drive was a time-chewing, moral-breaking touchdown drive. And on first down, he mishandles the football on the fake fly sweep. And luckily able to get on top of that thing, and it'll be a loss of 2 yards to the 20-yard line.
Another look here, and boy, I'm not sure if the receiver coming across the formation, Nethercon, if he just squeezes that a little too tight, almost rips it right out of Hall's hands. You see Hall trying to pull that thing out, and nice job of Hall getting back on it.
Hall gonna throw. Has pressure coming from behind, and Hall is dropped, and it'll be no gain on the play, so not even a sack. It'll be 2.5 minutes remaining. It's 3rd down and 11.
Boy, and he took a hit too, and all for naught. Nice pressure by this Stansbury defense. Got to get in there and get pressure on Hall. Can't allow time for these big receivers, Nethercon, Robinson, to get open down the field.
Hall got plenty of time, throws the screen. It's read well. There's nothing going on that one. Terrific job of making the read and then making the stop is Justin Matthews. And it's 4th down, and the punting unit will come out.
And that's what this Stansbury defense needs to do. Beautiful read by Matthews. He identifies the screen, comes up, contact right as the ball gets there. There is no chance for that play to be successful. A lot of credit. Great play by Matthews.
Got a lot of pressure on that kick, but got it off cleanly. And it'll be fair caught at around the 42-yard line. So the Stallions will come out once again from their own 42-yard line off that punt from Eli Wells. 1.5 remaining here in the first quarter. And their first drive for the Stallions, they had a big play from Lindsay and really not much after that. And here on their second drive, they're going to have to find some offense.
Yeah, move the ball 63 yards and 46 coming on that one carry by Lindsay. Have yet to really get Young going. 4 carries, 15 yards. Would love more production out of him.
And pitch out to Young coming near side as he's got 4 yards on first down.
The pitch goes to number 22, Carson Kinka. Tackled by number 6.
At halftime, we're going to have to go up and help our buddy Jeff. The spotter's not helping him. 1:10 on a rolling clock.
Or clarify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
We're team players.
So up comes Lindsay on 2nd down and 7. Lindsay pitches, and he's dropped. Terrific job of coming up and making the stop. I believe was number 9, Josh Powell. And on the carry was Kyle McKenna. And it's now 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, another great job. Really nowhere to go. And all that credit given to Josh Powell, the linebacker, reading it and tackling for a loss.
Here's the triple option. Looking for the edge and got it. First down at the 45 and down the sideline and finally out of bounds. Kyle McKenna.
Great read that time by Lindsay as he sees Bo Robinson come up, pitches it, And then taking it was Tavita Garnier, the senior.
Love the triple option.
We're going to see a lot of that.
And here we are again. This ball's up the middle. And not much there. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. The end of the first quarter was an opening drive touchdown for the Mustangs. That's how the first quarter ends. It's Mountain Crest 7, Stansbury 0. You are watching the 4A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Start of the second quarter. And not much
Ball's
there.
out.
And the ball's out. And it's recovered by Mountain Crest saying them.
I thought they were the main men down there. I didn't see any Stansbury player there.
And it's Mountain Crest football. Coming away with it was number 44, Garen Burgess. And now a flag comes out late.
Boy, heads up, and a great job by Mountain Crest. The turnovers were the name of the game in that first matchup. We talked about it a little bit. Had an interception, well, multiple interceptions, had a fumble recovery in the end zone, a blocked punt that Mountain Crest converted for points. Man, and it really turned the field, and that game got away quickly. Mountain Crest scored 28 points in the second quarter. A lot of those off of turnovers, and then another 21, I think it was, in the fourth.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the coach of Mountain Crest. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Wow, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Coach Jason Lee. Must have celebrated too loudly.
Yeah, not often you see that called on the coach after his team creates a turnover, huh?
And not often we get to hear it on a microphone.
That's
so.
right, yeah.
But as it is, first and 10 now from the 22-yard line after recovering that fumble. And we give up the middle to Powell, and not much there. Nothing happening up the middle. Dallin Brooks was the first on the scene, along with number 33, and that was Takiaho.
I'm a little surprised that Mountain Crest is sticking with the run like they are, Dusty. I would have thought that we might have seen them air it out a little bit. Hall, that's been his strength this season, and with his versatility running the football, make this secondary cover, and if not, gash him for runs as he moves to a shotgun here on second down.
Going to roll near side, got plenty of time, going deep. He's got Nethercott down there, makes the adjustment and the catch. Nethercott has the first down at the 27-yard line.
And in the name of football, Dusty, some things just are not fair. I mean, look at that size matchup. You can tell. I mean, it is a nearly impossible task to cover Nethercott as he just wins that ball in the air easily. And how about Brady Hall, unofficial 3 of 3, 86 yards, 2 of those over 30 yards.
And up the middle, Jace Dart. And Dart has 2 yards to the 25. Love the ball, love the adjustment there by Nethercott.
Yep.
And he had the touchdown. He has the only touchdown in this ball game at the moment.
He does. And you get single coverage like that. If I'm Brady Hall, I'm going every time and trusting in my favorite receiver to make the play and win the ball in the air. Lined up in the slot right now.
RPO fired to the outside. A catch is made and then knocked out of bounds. And on the reception was Cameron Moser. And it is a first down for the Mustangs at the 16-yard line.
Quick read here by Hall. You see him identify it quickly, get that ball out into the flat, allow his receiver to get upfield and pick up the first.
Amazing. They marked him inbounds. The clock is running. As our clock here will get caught up. Hall going to fire, incomplete. 9:48 remaining in the first half.
Had Robinson uncovered. Go up 7-10 yards, turn out. Hall going to be frustrated with himself that he didn't put that ball right in the chest of Bo Robinson. That's when he'll usually hit.
Second down and 10. Hall got his man crossing the field. Now they're caught. Can't get to it. Pass is incomplete. Or pardon me, that was intended for Bo Robinson. And it's now third down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Boy, I love the concept. You have trips to the top of the formation. You roll Hall that way. And then, I mean, it's a bit of a risky throw because you're throwing across the field. That time the entire defense of Stansbury flows to that far side. It allows the one-on-one, and Robinson had the space if Hall can just drop that in.
Well, if these coaches are holdovers, they saw that time after time after time from Dallas Lloyd.
Yeah.
Timview. There's a ball the Nether caught, and that ball is incomplete. But in that championship game a few years ago with Alex Caressa, he saw Lloyd did that time after time. That's a staple in the Chad Van Orden offense at Timview.
High risk, high reward, right? And, of course, you teach your quarterbacks when to and when not to throw that.
And after that ball goes incomplete, it's fourth down, and that brings on the big fella, Eli Wells, to kick a 33-yard field goal, and he's got it. Eli Wells knocks it in from downtown, and it's 10-0 Mountain Crest. Around 9.5 remaining here in the first half. You are watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. So after the field goal, 10-0. Eli Wells will kick it away once again. And this one will be a return. Be taken from the 6-yard line, and it's a reverse on the kickoff, mishandled on the exchange. Luckily for the Stallions, they got back on it. Kyle McKenna, or pardon me, Matthews.
Boy, in that time, I mean, it's kind of a low placement. Trying to hand that ball off on the reverse on the kickoff return. And, boy, I'm not sure if it's just nerves or what. We mentioned that first game had a lot of turnovers, and Stansbury, they're flirting with disaster here in the semifinal.
First and 10. It'll be triple option. Gets to the outside, and up the sideline goes Gagne. It'll be second down and 6.
I like Gagne. Just 2 carries, 18 yards, but we've seen adds a little bit of a bigger dynamic for this ground game. Nice size to him, and thus far has been a good show of speed as well once he's been able to get to that perimeter.
And fly sweep coming near side and wrapped up and near the first down marker. It was Jet Richens on the jet sweep. And Olsen with the stop, 3rd down and 1.
And this feels like a really important play for Stansbury here in the opening half. Trailing 10-0. This Mountain Crest offense has been able to move the ball fairly consistently. And to give them the ball back around midfield would, almost put them at a deficit that would be hard to overcome.
And it's Lindsey on the quarterback sneak, and he has the first down. It'll be 1st and 10, Stallions.
Nice first down there for Stansbury. You know, one of the things about, we mentioned that last game, the Stallions, Dusty, haven't lost since that loss up in Hiram. Been a nice run, nice winning streak for Stansbury, trying to keep it going.
1st and 10, and Lindsey mishandles the snap, lucky to get the ball back. And it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Boy, Lucky's right. There were a couple of stings there. Hansen as well as Lou. I thought Lou had a chance to fall right on that thing. Excuse me, it might have been Jackson Lee. Couldn't tell if it was 58 or 59, but boy, fortunate to come away with that one for Stansbury, Lindsey.
2nd and 10. And Lindsey pitches, and it's a ball's out again. And it's a turnover. Mountain Crest pounces on it, making some opportunities, and Mountain Crest has now a chance to take a commanding lead in this ball game.
Another look, you see the pitch back, and so key when you don't get good blocking on the option, and that time coming up for Mountain Crest was Jace Dart shaking that block on the outside, coming up and popping that ball loose, allowing his teammate to jump on it, and Mountain Crest in business here to take a stranglehold of a lead.
Out comes Hall in the offense. And to give up the middle with Robinson. And Bo has 4 yards on 1st down, and it'll be 2nd down and 6.
Boy, we had a 5A semifinal today. That game went 26-7 late in the first half, and of course, Skyridge came back to win that, but you get the feeling if this goes 17-0, Dusty, I don't know if Stansbury has that same comeback ability.
And there goes Bo Robinson again. Thought maybe he might pop that one into the end zone. It's now 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
Yeah, you see the size that time of Bo coming to play for Mountain Crest and just popping, bouncing off of Stallions.
And again, Robinson leans for the goal line. They mark him short. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Number 7, Robinson's the ball carrier.
That's 6'1", 205, and Bo Robinson coming at you. It's a big boy. And when he gets a head of steam behind him, boy, look out. Hard to believe, Dusty, only 575 yards of rushing coming into this one.
That is pretty unbelievable. Hall going to keep it off the right side, gets popped, and then on his second effort, leans for the goal line, and don't think he got it, so it'll be 3rd and goal. No, fumble! Recovered by Stansbury. There was no reaction. And it's recovered by the Stallions.
Boy, Dallin Brooks jumping on that ball, and there was a small reaction, Dusty, but it's not a real sizable crowd, and so I couldn't tell if they were happy for stopping him and keeping it out of the end zone. That's what I thought it was initially. But Brooks able to jump on the ball, and the second fumble of the game by Brady Hall.
1st and 10. Silas Young has 2 yards to the 3-yard line. Major break for the Stallions, but now they got to make something of it. You got to at least get out of the shadow of your own goalpost here. They flipped the field position.
Yeah, get a couple first downs. Try to get away from that goal line.
Fake the pitch. Going to go deep over the middle, and that ball is incomplete. Stansbury coaching staff wanted to flag, and they will not receive one. And it's now 3rd down and 8.
Intended for Connor McKay. He's their leading receiver coming into this one, but Cam Moser right there with him. McKay thought Moser maybe had a little bit of contact, but that ball well overthrown beyond the reach of McKay, and officials not deeming the contact significant enough to warrant a flag.
Here's a throwback. Was read by Mountain Crest, but didn't make the play. And now there's a play to be made. Out across the 30-yard line to the 35, and finally pulled down at around the 34. On the catch and run is Connor McKay.
Boy, nice bounce back for McKay, huh? He wanted the flag a little bit earlier. This time he'll just take it 35 yards on the reception. And watch that ball so close to being intercepted. I mean, Bo Robinson is sniffing that one out. Alex, rather than the risky play, decides to try to be fundamental and tackle him, just misses the tackle, and McKay there to take advantage.
Play action, Lindsey fires to the out, and that ball is incomplete. It was a nice throw. A dangerous throw, but Gagne could not pull that one in.
It was also a nice coverage, though. Dusty is not quite sure who was there. I think it was Jace Dart. Yep, there it is. Jace Dart there in the coverage, and I think he got a hand on it. .452 remaining here in the half. And there's Jet on the carry, and he got 4 yards. There's a little bit of a trap. Nice job by Mountain Crest staying home defensively and ready for that jet run. Trying to catch him flowing near side, and just pop Jet in there. Mountain Crest up to the task again. 3rd down and 6. Lindsey rolling near side, going to take off. And Lindsey leans forward for the first down, need to get to the 48-yard line. And the near side official is going to give him the first down. It'll be 1st and 10. Man, we wind the clock fast in this one. Maybe had a bit of over pursuit on the play. I mean, option, and it's all assignment-based, right? Man with a quarterback, and defender maybe overruns it. Nice recognition there by Lindsey to see it and to turn it upfield to pick up the first. And it'll be Lindsey. And nothing happening there. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. On a drive that started, Dusty, at their own 1-yard line. Stansbury, if nothing else, has at least flipped the field. 3.5 minutes left here, and well, I mean, you got to count this drive as being successful, even if they don't score points, though they'd certainly love them here late in the half. And now we have a false start.
False start, number 21 of the offense.
And that's just a killer on 2nd down in an offense like this. Put you behind the chains and makes you do things that you just don't want to do, especially when you're only down 10, you're driving the ball. You want to run your offense. Well, and now, you know, maybe a little bit about overthinking the room, right? Oh, well, do we have to throw on 2nd and 15 because you've got so many yards to go? And put your play calling in a real predicament. Lindsey going to throw. He's going to go deep. He's got a man. Just overthrew, I believe it was Gagne. Now a flag comes out late. And it's going to go against Stansbury, probably a holding call, and it's going to make this a very big deficit.
Holding, 50 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Boy, another kicker right there. I mean, McKay gets behind everyone, and thought he maybe have slowed up just a half step. I don't know that it would have made a difference. That ball had a good 2-3 yards beyond McKay by the time he got there, but that penalty flag, boy, huge. And right now, I mean, you're inside of 3 minutes, maybe a run or two, and punt this ball away if you're Stansbury.
Second down, 31 yards to go.
Second and 31. Lindsay going to roll near side. Now throws up the rail, and Garnier cannot get there. And it's now third down and 31.
You know, the other thing this is doing right now, that incompletion stops the clock. Mountain Crest with 3 timeouts left inside of 3 minutes and a quarterback who can throw the football. Right now, you're just giving Mountain Crest offense more time. You want to be aggressive, you want to come out, you want to move the ball, you want to score, but there's a time to do it and a time to play for another day.
Lindsay now fires to the flag route. Oh, that ball was nearly intercepted. Falls incomplete. Nice defense by Cam Weaver. Or no, pardon me, that was Nethercott. I still want to say Cameron Webb, and I see number 2.
Yeah. He was another good one. We're going old school, huh?
I go way old school.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
It's been a long time.
12 years, you believe it or not. Those Mustangs led by Coach Wooten. And Brady Wooten was the 4A MVP as they knocked off the Highland Rams in the championship game back in 2005. First, they beat a star-studded Cottonwood Colts in the 4A semifinals with Alex Cate, who went on to play at Colorado and Oklahoma State. Stanley Havili, who went to USC, and then later the Colts and the Eagles and a number of other NFL teams. Yeah, man, I mean, you're talking Brady Zimmerman and Brady Wooten and Cam Webb. They also had there was another Cam, too. There was another one, Cameron Weiss. Cam Weiss was number 4, if I remember right. He was either 4 or 2, and that was a fun team. Fair caught.
Fair catch is made by number 5, Takiavea.
Takiavea makes the fair catch. And it'll be Mountain Crest football at the 42-yard line.
This is the chance for Coach Lee. And Mountain Crest really put away Stansbury. They had the chance on the last drive. The turnover inside the 5 prohibited that. But they get a touchdown going into half, and all signs going to be pointing good for the blue and orange.
Brought pressure off the edge, but Hall able to slip the tackle. And Brady Hall gets out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs at the 46.
Gosh, what do you do? I mean, look at this. This is a design draw the entire way. And nice job by the linemen. Look at them down the field, getting helmets on helmets, and Hall across the 50 and then getting out of bounds. Right? I mean, that's the heady kind of play there that you expect from your quarterback. Hall, just a junior. He's had a great year, but you see the knowledge and experience coming into play there.
Here's the give near side, and Robinson had nothing doing. Nice job coming up and making the stop is Jet Richens. And it's now 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, great job stretching Robinson out, not allowing him to get up the field. We talked about his size and his power. Jet filling the hole there and limiting the gain to a loss on the play.
Hall rolls right and fires complete. And the catch made by number 12, and that is Cam Moser. And it's now going to be 3rd down and 6 for Mountain Crest. Empty set for Hall. Got plenty of time. Fires over the middle, complete to Nethercott. Nethercott has the 1st down at the 28-yard line. When in doubt, just throw it to Nethercott on a crossing route. The big fella will go get it.
That's what I'm saying, Dusty. I mean, how do you stop him? All sorts of time for Hall, finding him open over the middle. Sure-handed, speed, size, great target for Brady Hall in this offense.
Hall going to throw again, fires to the outside. The pass is complete. And it's there another first down. And on the reception is Cam Burgess, or probably Garen Burgess.
Another underneath route here, and nice find. I mean, you see Josh Powell underneath, and the Stallions, I think, trying to bait Hall a little bit. He's not falling for that one. Going up the field to Burgess and picking up 9.
Hall on the quarterback draw. Has the first down, and Brady scoots out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Mustangs at the 15 with 58 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, Hall that time just trying to get to the sticks and get the first down and get 4 more plays and stop the clock. And again, it's a junior, but Brady Hall been impressed with his recognition in the heat of the moment to identify the right play to be made.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the top of the screen. And it'll be, I believe, Robinson. And the big fella gets down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Another gashing run for Robinson. This one 8. 8 yards for Bo. As you see, what a nice hole. Good lane up the middle created by that offensive line. And what a one-arm tackle that time by McKay.
They take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 10-0. 42 seconds left in the half. Mustangs lead. Second down and 2 from the 7-yard line. And a give to Robinson off the right side, and Robinson has the first down. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
37 seconds left. Pair of timeouts remaining here for Mountain Crest.
I formation. There's a give off the left side as Robinson dives in for the Mountain Crest touchdown.
Pretty easy. I mean, we've talked about his size, his speed. Just give it to him inside the 5-yard line and let him do the work. Took him a couple of tries, but going to wear down that front of Stansbury. And a nice touchdown, a late touchdown, and a big touchdown for the Mountain Crest Mustangs.
Stangs lead 17-0. You're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. And again, Stansbury goes with the reverse on the kickoff. And once again, did not go as planned. And Mountain Crest read it and ready for it. And it'll be starting from their own 9-yard line. 17 seconds left in the half. Imagine this will be the final play of the half. Is you don't want to risk a turnover, trailing by 17.
Maybe time to scrap that play, huh?
Fake the fake.
Oh, there you go.
Lindsay puts Gagne in motion. And here's a run from Silas Young, and Silas has the first down. First and 10. That's his biggest run of the ball game.
We've got a timeout here.
Stansbury going to take a timeout, and we'll take it with him. You're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network.
How are we doing, Thompson? Holding up okay, Ryan? Holding up okay?
Lindsay throws to the outside, got a man, and Jet gets out of bounds. Jet Richards on the catch and run. I have us at 4 seconds left, but the official clock's got us at 6. So 6 seconds left in this first half of the 4A semifinals. Second game will come up tomorrow, Orem versus Skyview. That will be a dandy.
It'll be a much different pace than this one, huh?
Excited to see Puka Nakua.
Yes.
Coming near side, Garnier has the first down, and that will be the final play of the first half. 2 quarters in the books, and it's all Mountain Crest in the first 24 minutes. Mountain Crest leads at the half 17-0 over Stansbury. You are watching the 4A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com.
And now for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Mountain Crest Gabrielles. The captains are Keelan
Welcome back into Rice-Eccles Stadium. It's been all Mountain Crest. They lead 17-0, and the Mustangs will be kicking off to the Stansbury Stallions. And Dane Stewart and Dusty Litster with you. Our commentary brought to you by Tosh Orthopedic Specialty Hospital. If you have anything going on, get to the experts at Tosh, 801-314-4040 for a free injury assessment. Eli Wells will kick it away. And this time they do go with the end or with the reverse, and this time it works. Garnier across the 40-yard line, and the best starting position of the night for Stansbury.
You know, you look at the Stallions, Dusty, and offensively they've been there. They've got 170 yards through the first half and 205 for Mountain Crest. They've been right there, but they've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times, and that time, including on a couple of special teams returns, actually, and that time it's Garnier with a nice return, and he's actually a guy that I think they got to get more involved. I thought he had a really good first half. I'd look for Tavita to have an increased impact here in the second half.
Ball a little too tall from Lindsay. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And Dane, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't have a recollection, maybe one time. I guess they did. They won 4 on 4th down. They have Stansbury running a play on the other side of the 50, but it was after a turnover, if I remember right. But a lot of their yards have coming out of the shadows of their own goalposts, and they've got to get some more positive plays across the other side of the field. Pass is complete. And again, Garnier. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Stallions.
Yeah, quick throw, good throw by Lindsay, and finding Garnier. Tavita. I mean, he's the guy that I'm circling. If I'm Stansbury right now, getting him involved in this offense. Big, physical, good speed. Get the ball to 32.
It'll be Silas Young with the 1st down carry to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, Stangs on the other side of the 50.
I say 32 because I meant 22. Nice run there by Silas Young. 32-2. I'm, just teasing a little bit. But Silas Young with a nice carry. And this all starts, look, these running attacks got to be big up front on the line of scrimmage. And that time a nice job opening up a rushing lane for Silas Young to take advantage of.
And it's Silas once again. And it'll be 2nd down and 7.
Tanner Lofthouse able to get in there and make contact right near the line of scrimmage, limit the gain for Young to just 3 yards. Lofthouse, we've called his name a couple of times tonight, the linebacker, senior linebacker for Mountain Crest.
Here's a give to Silas Young, and he's got a 1st down inside the 30. And the Mustangs have come out running their offense the way they wanted to in the first half. And it's 1st and 10 at the 29.
Yeah, and you know what I love? I mean, almost a little bit of a play call or play concept here. I mean, they run Young again. Love it. But just behind him is Justin Matthews. And, boy, if you get space for Young through the first 2 levels and then you have Matthews there to fill in behind, maybe a late option, you could really spring something here if you're Stansbury.
And it's going to be Lindsay on the midline option, pardon me. And it'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Stallions.
A nice 7-yard gain that time for the quarterback, Mitch Lindsay. And tell you what, Stansbury, that offensive line, doing a better job blocking here in this second half, Dusty. This first drive of this 3rd quarter for Stansbury, finding a lot more rushing lane for the Stallions.
Here goes Lindsay inside the 15, and Lindsay leans forward to the 12, and it's another 1st down for the for the Stallions.
10 more yards that time for Lindsay, and inside the red zone, nearly inside the 10. You see him take the hit there by Kyler Olson, and ain't no thing for Lindsay. Just keeps trying to lean ahead. Nice pickup.
Timeout. Mountain Crest will take it with them. Stallions driving. You're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. Out of the timeout. First down, and they're going to keep it on the ground with Silas Young. Almost want to call him Silas Red. I'll refrain. The former Penn State and USC running back has 2 yards on the carry, and it's second down and 8.
Coach Lee obviously not liking his run defense here on this first drive for Stansbury, calling the timeout, and maybe a bit of a need of a pep talk. Coming out well out of that timeout did this Mustang defense.
And it's Lindsey keeping on the triple op, well, just the option. Didn't have a triple on there. And it'll be Lindsey getting to the 8-yard line. It'll be third down and 6.
And he almost outrun the trail that time. I mean, he was had the inside read, and then Lindsey just trying to stretch outside. Nice job by a couple of Mountain Crest Mustangs, including Nethercott there, to limit the gain again. I think you got to get a touchdown if you're Stansbury, Dusty.
Absolutely. Third down and 6. And it'll be Lindsey falling right behind his lead man to the 5-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 3 for the Stallions. Big play coming up for Stansbury. They've taken this opening drive right down the field. Their best drive of the ball game, and it'd be hard to come up with nothing on this one. 7:45 on a rolling clock. 4th down and 3. The Stallions will go for it. Gagne in motion to pitch it out to him. Gagne looking for the corner, has it, dives for the pylon. He got it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Stallions.
The guy that I wanted to see more of, and you see the toss. This is all dependent on that block on the outside. I was going to say McKay, but it's actually Jet Richens. And a great job by Gagne, allowing that block to hold enough, turning up and diving for the end zone, and the Stallions are on the board.
McKay on for the point after. And the kick is good. 7:32 remaining in the third quarter. It is 17-7. The Stallions get on the board. You are watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. After the timeout, mishandled the kickoff, picked up inside their own 5-yard line. And now after the touchdown, the Stallions pin the Mustangs at their own 5-yard line as that kickoff was mishandled by Talkiavea.
A tale of two halves, Dusty. Oh my goodness. I mean, how about the start for Stansbury on offense and now special teams catching a break as the kick couldn't be handled cleanly, and now it's Mountain Crest starting inside their own 10, back at their 5.
Hall on the offense coming out. Tough field position. And it'll be a run. Still moving the pile in the new style of football. My heavens. Just keep moving. And the pile moves what was going to be a short gain to a gain of 8.
Goodness. What a run. Holy cow. Hall just wouldn't go down. I mean, you got a big pile. Keep the legs churning. Nice work up front by this O-line, and Hall just keeping him driving.
Second down and 2. Going to hand off to Robinson, and Robinson finds a seam. Dives toward the 25-yard line. Mark him down at the 24. 1st and 10, Mountain Crest.
Real simple dive play here by Robinson, just waiting for that hole. Nice job by Powell, the up back, getting the helmet on Jet Richens, and then it's filling in behind by Robinson for the big gain.
Give off the right side. Robinson, the big fella, has 4 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
So we've seen the improvement in Stansbury's offense. The special teams covered well, and now it's the defense's turn, Dusty. And right now, I mean, Robinson, just 2 carries, 15 yards, of course, preceded by an 8-yard carry from Hall. This run defense for Stansbury did okay in the first half. They've got to get a couple stops here in the second.
Quickly back to the line. And that is close to the first down marker. And on the carry was Jace Dart. And it is a first down, so 1st and 10 Mustangs.
Yeah, when you look at that replay, I mean, the left side of the line, no one covered them. They're able to get 5 yards upfield the moment Dart touches the ball. And that creates easy running lanes for Jace Dart to take advantage of, and a nice carry by Dart on the play to pick up the first.
So 1st and 10. And a give to Dart once again. Oh, pardon me, that's Robinson. Until they turn their back to me, Dane, I can't tell until, they run pretty similarly too.
Yeah.
Need some more distinction. Nearing the 5-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Getting to that point where I wouldn't be surprised to see Hall go over the top. That run defense creeping up here for Stansbury.
And Robinson breaking tackles and gets to the 48-yard line. Another first down carry for Robinson as he continues to just churn up yards in this drive.
Yeah, an 11-yard carry. And nice patience that time, allowing his line to create that hole. And then Robinson lowering the shoulders and approaching midfield on the carry.
A demoralizing style of drive here, Dane. I mean, start at their own 5-yard line.
And it's all been power, Dusty. I mean, they're just lowering the shoulders and just overpowering Stansbury.
And it's Dart. No, Dart mishandled the football, and it's recovered. It looked like Stansbury had it, and they do. Stansbury recovers the fumble, and it was number 51. Calvin Mead came up with it.
We talked about bounces, Dusty, and this time, another time where, boy, the exchange not clean, and Calvin Mead all over that. Dart never got it cleanly. And how about this? A pair of fumbles by Hall, one by Robinson, and now one by Dart in this contest for Mountain Crest to keep Stansbury in this game.
1st and 10, 4:24 remaining in the third quarter. Stansbury turns to Silas, and nothing doing. It might knock him back 10 yards, but it's back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain in 2nd down and 10.
Boy, and how about Bo Robinson? I mean, playing on the perimeter there, on the edge, and coming up, able to shake off the block, meets Silas, and just doesn't allow Young to go anywhere. Great play defensively by Bo Robinson.
Gonna throw, Lindsey, quick throw complete. And it's a gain of 6 on the catch. I believe it was number 80. Oh, pardon me, number 30. That is McKay. 3rd down and 4.
I've been surprised to see Stansbury throw the ball a little more here in the second half, Dusty. And, I mean, it's not a team that does that real frequently. Maybe banking on that a little bit, trying to catch Mountain Crest, loading the box up a little bit. It's worked well here in the third quarter.
And we got a false start, a pre-snap penalty. Oh, timeout. Timeout taken by the Stallions. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network.
Which team penalty do you want me to get closer?
It's out of the timeout. Up to the line of scrimmage with the Stallions. Lindsay going to throw, and that ball is incomplete, intended for McKay. And it's now 4th down and 4 for the Stallions. So let's see what coach decides to do here.
Yeah, this is a real interesting point in this ball game. I mean, you got 3:08 left. 4th down, 4 yards to go just across midfield. It's one of those things where because of the turnover, I wonder if you're Stansbury, you go for it, try to take advantage, make Mountain Crest pay. Looks like they will.
So they're going to go for it, 4th and 4. Lindsay, pitch out to Garnier. It's how they scored the touchdown. Looking for the edge and got it. 1st down and more for Garnier. And it's 1st and 10 Mustangs. They roll the dice, and they hit big. 1st and 10 at the 32.
Boy, Mountain Crest defends this well. Look at the movement by the defense. Robinson trying to flow out there, as does Moser. And just look at the cut in by Garnier. Fantastic run by Tavita to pick up the 1st down for Stansbury.
And here's Silas Young. Silas popped just beyond the line of scrimmage. Making the stop was Josh Powell. And it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Boy, and I love Stansbury in this second half, Dusty. I mean, look, they understand you don't win this one, the season's done. I mean, there's a lot to play for tonight, and some teams let that overwhelm them and take them outside of what they want to do. And some teams realize, hey, this is our opportunity to go out there and make plays and to maybe shake things up a little bit. And I think Stansbury's been doing that here in the second half. It's paid dividends.
Play action. Lindsay firing deep, and that pass is well overthrown and incomplete. It was intended for McKay. It's now 3rd down and 8. And they got to get some yards here to make it a manageable 4th down opportunity, because you're right in that range where not only they have a kicker that's going to kick it this deep, and obviously you're not going to give up 10 yards in order to not go for it.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is that toss to Tavita has been one of the more successful run plays for Stansbury in the second half. So you got to do something to set that or something else up, because if you get 4th and 8, that's exactly what Mountain Crest is going to plan on.
Going to pitch on the option. Got room and a line, and it's Silas with a 1st down carry around the 15. Oh, they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 18-yard line, but either way, it is 1st and 10 off the carry from Silas Young.
Not the most beautiful option play you'll see. I mean, that time Lindsay is deep in his own backfield. When the pressure gets there, pitches it off. How about Silas Young? Fantastic job of not giving up. There were linemen who I think Dusty had given up on that play, thinking it was dead in the water, and somehow Silas Young able to turn it upfield for 12 yards, a 1st down, and the drive continues.
Go heavy left, and that's where Lindsay goes, and he was tracked down from behind. And how about it, the kicker of all people, Eli Wells. No shame in getting tracked down by this kicker, and it's now 2nd down and 11.
I was going to say the same thing. You know, there's moments where being tackled by the kicker, you get teased, and this is not one of those moments. I mean, Eli Wells, a fantastic job of tracking from behind, able to catch up to Lindsay and bring him down.
I think he make you run faster. You know,
yeah.
I used to have nightmares of The Undertaker chasing me, and I probably fairly similar.
Except the hair. Don't see the hair.
Here's the end around with Jet. And Jet on the jet sweep gets to the 15-yard line. And now, again, another 3rd down and long. 3rd down and 4th down have been big downs in this drive, and they need another one here. 3rd down and 7 as we roll toward a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Stallions can make this game very, very interesting with a touchdown. I meant to do the finisher.
No, I got you.
3rd and 7. Pitch out to Silas Young. He's being pursued, but Young finds the edge, lost the football, but it's out of bounds. So it's a loss of 2.
We mentioned this toss play has done a lot of good things for Stansbury. Usually they've ran it with Tavita, this time Young, and how about getting the big paw in there? Robinson knocking it away and giving A for effort to Lofthouse for trying to sell that, but official right there seeing it go out of bounds. And Dusty, I mean, this tells you the mindset of Stansbury. They are here to win. 4th and 9. Oh, excuse me. I didn't see the kicker come on out.
It'll be Jay McKay from 34 yards. McKay got a good foot on it. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Pushed it wide right. So a nice long drive does not culminate in points. And bringing it to the 20-yard line. And it will be 1st and 10 Mustangs at the 20.
You know, I don't have a problem with Stansbury taking the field goal there at all. I mean, you get the points. It comes back to one possession. You had a nice drive. Important to come off the field with points there, and a good opportunity for the Stallions. It just goes unconverted.
And they'll go right back to the ground. Here's Bo Robinson, 1st down and more. Bo across the 40, 1st and 10, Mustangs at the 41. 21 yards.
And this is the point where if you're Stansbury, you got to be really careful. The Mountain Crest defense just makes a stop, and the offense comes out, and they're of the mindset to put this thing away. Tired of leaving the Stallions hanging around. You see a great run by Robinson, lowering the shoulders there as he gets through the middle.
And go right back to Bo. He lowers his shoulder to the 45. Could possibly be the final play of the third quarter as we're down to 10 seconds. Alex Takyaho makes the stop. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. The Mustangs got on the board. Missed out on points opportunities as we head to the fourth. It is Mountain Crest 17, Stansbury 7. You are watching the 4A semifinals on Live.KSL and DeseretNews.com. Start of the fourth quarter, and we'll be starting with Mountain Crest. 2nd down and 6 from the 45-yard line. It's been Bo Robinson having some big runs. And we'll go back to Bo. Slips one tackle. And will be dropped at the 49-yard line. And the near side official says he has the 1st down. But there is a flag on the play. Justin Matthews made the stop.
Now, far side of the field, Dusty, right near the line of scrimmage, a little behind it. Looks like this one's going to be coming back.
It'll be a legal formation, I believe.
Illegal formation. 5 players in the backfield on the offense.
Didn't have enough people, not enough guys on the line of scrimmage. It's now 2nd down and 11 after that penalty.
Mountain Crest, the penalty, taking away what would have been a 1st down. Cross midfield. Instead, 2nd and 11 coming up for the Mustangs.
2nd down, 11. Pitch out to Robinson, and Bo cuts upfield, and Bo gets to the, they're going to mark him at midfield. So go from 2nd and 11 to 3rd down and 1.
Boy, what a luxury, huh? Bo Robinson, 16 carries, 96 yards with a touchdown. Not a bad player to have in November in the state of Utah in high school football. Nice power runner.
And it's Hall going to carry for the 1st down.
Quarterback keeper by number 1, Brady Hall. It is enough for the 1st down for the Mustangs. Tackled by number 60, Crest of the Stallions, and number 70, Brooks. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Go back to the ground. This is Jace Dart.
Number 22, Chase Dart, carries the ball.
And Dart has 4 yards on 1st down.
6 yards to go.
Mountain Crest staying with this run game, Dusty. I really thought that we'd see them open things up in the air a little bit. Not sure if it's the chill of the air or what exactly, but running the football and finding success.
Timeout taken by Mountain Crest. They lead 17-7. Well, you're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. Out of the timeout, 2nd down and 6. And it's Jace Dart. And Dart, they're going to give him a yard. I don't know how he got a yard, but they give him a yard on 2nd down, and it's 3rd down and 5.
They might have rounded up on that carry. Nice job by this defensive Stansbury, meeting Dart right at the line. And I'm with you. I thought it was no gain at all. It was snuffed out and stopped well by this Stallion defense.
Big play for Stansbury, 3rd down and 5. They're clinging to hopes in this ball game. They have to make a stop. Trips to the near side, double tight end. Looking to throw, Hall fires, that pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of Nethercott. Are they going to say catch?
Yep.
Did I just see something?
Well, he certainly didn't catch it cleanly, Dusty. I think they're saying that he got his hands on it, and then as the ball slipped out, he got him underneath it and caught it.
I don't see a lot of protesting, but 1st down and 10. Jace Dart it is back to being Bo Robinson, and look at Bo. Bo knows how to get yards in the second half. He's down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, I was thinking of that very reference, Dusty. Now over 100 yards rushing in the ball game for Bo Robinson. And, you know, the defensive effort has been there as well. Outside linebacker for this Mountain Crest group. We've talked about him a couple times defensively. Number 7 has been all over the field tonight for Coach Lee and the Mustangs.
And they're going to go fullback power, not much there for Lofthouse. Or pardon me, that was 9, Josh Powell. And there was no gain. And it's now 3rd down and 3 in 2-down territory. And right now, I imagine he's going to turn around and hand this ball off to number 7. If he doesn't get it, 4th down, he's going to give a run pass option to Hall.
Dusty, were you in the offensive meetings this week? I actually agree. I think that's exactly what's coming.
Pitch out to Robinson. And Robinson's going to be, I believe, just short. So it'll be 4th down and 1.
I'm going to go Hall with a keeper.
Especially because they've left a bubble over the center, too.
Yep. You see the toss, trying to give Stansbury a little bit of their own medicine. I was curious if they were going to get the hold right there at the bottom of the screen. Officials don't.
Hall's trying to draw them off sides, and now here comes the play call. And actually now the 3rd and final timeout taken by the Mountain. I don't know how I've got them with all 3, but either way. Timeout taken on the field. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 4A semifinals on the Watch It Network. Fourth down and 1. The Mustangs Going to turn to Robinson, and he's got the first down. Gets to the 25-yard line, just enough for the first down. And
there's a little change up, huh? Both of us thought we were going to see Hall. He's typically kept this on their short yardage situations on fourth down. Instead, Robinson lowering the shoulder, getting it to the 25 and the first down.
I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
I mean, he has run very, very hard tonight.
19 carries, 107 yards, all that unofficial.
1st and 10. Play action to Robinson. Going to go deep, looking for Nethercott. Can't quite catch up to that one, and it falls harmlessly to the red end zone turf. And it's now 2nd down and 10.
Well, I think it's Austin Woodhouse who has the unenviable task of trying to match up with Nick Nethercott on the outside, and maybe does enough. You saw a little bit of a delay there as Nethercott was coming off the line of scrimmage, and maybe that interrupts the timing just enough. It was only a step beyond Nethercott. I'll give credit to Woodhouse for the nice defensive play on the perimeter.
And here go back to the ground to Robinson. Probably his shortest gain on this drive, which is no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now. As this Stallion offense or Stallion team are hanging on to hopes here, Dane, with 3rd and 10. They got to come up with 2 stops.
Yeah, this has been when, where Mountain Crest has taken advantage, Dusty. I mean, we've got 6:40 left here in the 4th quarter now, and I don't think that Stansbury has run an offensive play in the 4th quarter. So half of this quarter has been dominated by Mountain Crest in their possession.
3rd and 10. Here's Hall. Pressure comes. Hall reverses field. Still more pressure. Fires. Incomplete. And now they want to flag and get it. And I love the reaction of the coaching staff from Stansbury falling on the field in disbelief that that flag would come. And not only come, but come from the far official who threw it from the line of scrimmage.
Gonna flag McKay here, and boy, this one's really close. I think he starts to come over the receiver on the play, but it's one of those where, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that I love that.
They wave it. Yeah. Not only should it be no foul for pass interference, it can't come from the linesman.
Yeah, here's a replay, and you're going to see this route's coming over the middle. And I think, gosh, it's really close. We'll see right here. Going to be on the right side of your screen. Oh, didn't stay with it.
So out comes Wells for the 42-yard field goal. Snap is down, got plenty of leg. And no good. So the Stallions still have an opportunity here. They're going to have to act quickly, Dane.
Yep.
They cannot do what they've been doing, which is take a lot of time. They've got to get down the field, and they got to score.
No, you're right. And if I'm Mountain Crest, I think I'm keeping a safety deep every play because we've seen Connor McKay get behind the corner once or twice in this game. Lindsey hasn't been able to connect with him down the field yet, but the fact that he's been able to get open, that's all Stansbury really needs. I mean, you get a play behind the secondary, and this thing becomes real interesting real quick.
And now it's a play action. Lindsey fires to the wheel. He's got Garnier, and he cannot hang on. Had his man. Garnier could not keep the ball in his hands, and it's now 2nd down and 10.
Boy, that is a great play call. The outside receiver runs a post, and it opens up the sideline route for Tavita. And, oh, that is one that he would love to have back, Dusty. It's a tough catch. I mean, it's leading him on the run, and he's got to really stretch out to make it. But, boy, he makes that, and whew.
He makes that, and it starts looking like Sky Ridge Corner Canyon.
Yeah.
6:09 left here in the 4th quarter. Garnier in motion. They're going to run Silas Young, and Silas gets to the 24-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Stansbury. And not only is that a missed opportunity on that pass play, now that missed field goal looms large because you'd be driving to tie the ball game right now with the clock being really, there's not a whole lot left in this ball game at 5:50.
Especially with this offense. I mean, 5 minutes is a lot of time. It's not a lot of time when you pick up 5 yards at a time on the ground. And maybe the play of the game coming up right here.
3rd down and long. Here goes Lindsey over the middle. He's got a man. And it's McKay. Can he break the tackle? He cannot. It's actually Garnier. And Garnier has the first down at the 30-yard line.
That's what we said. I mean, we've seen these receivers get behind the secondary, Dusty, and that time Mountain Crest sells out. You see Taviti, who's in the slot there. Looks like he's going to go to the out and then cuts over the middle. No one there, wide open, and a big, huge pickup for Stansbury.
5:15 on a rolling clock, and Stansbury knocking at the door. Pitch out to Garnier on the run. Pardon me, this is Matthews, and he's dropped at the 25-yard line.
Nice pickup of 5 on the play. Dusty, I think maybe another 5, 10 yards, and you could maybe consider taking that field goal try for Stansbury.
Get to the situation. You get to the 20. Remember, they missed the 33-yard field goal. Had plenty of leg, just pushed it. Fake the handoff, go end around. It's read well, and he is dropped. And that was number 9 making me stop, and that is Josh Powell. And we got a penalty.
Illegal shift on the offense. 2 players in motion and never reset. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So legal motion. And I will wind the clock as well. Stallions have got to get going a little bit faster here, Dane.
Yeah, they do. I mean, 4:21 left here, and 2-possession ball game.
Second down and 10. Going to throw. Lindsey, tunnel screen. Here makes a couple of moves. Is near the first down marker. Needed to get to the 20. Near side official has him on the marker, and on the catch and run is Tommy Christofferson. One official has him with the first down. The other one has him short, and right now it looks a little short.
See the replay. Nice job by the lineman getting out in front, and he does what he can, slips underneath that tackle.
Going to throw again, has a first down. That is Matthews. So first down for the Stallions. It's first and goal at the 10-yard line.
Boy, up to the line quickly, ball's out quickly. Matthews with a nice reception ahead to the 10-yard line. First and goal for Stansbury. Amazing how effective they can be throwing the ball when they have to be, right?
Absolutely. And to give up the middle. And they're going to have to hurry to the line of scrimmage here. 3.5 minutes remaining, and the Stallions, they got to score twice. Got to get a touchdown on a field goal here. Looks like they've got to probably go onside kick, so they got to hurry. They got to leave themselves some time. They got 2 timeouts remaining. Mountain Crest has 0 timeouts remaining. And if the Stallions get a touchdown here, that will loom large in this ball game. Rolling near side. Now finally pitches, and Young is dropped in the backfield. Terrific job of coming down the line. That was Jace Dart.
Lived up to the name there, Dusty. Boy, he came flying in that time, Dart did, and absolutely stuck the runner. Nowhere to go, and a big loss of 6 yards on the play.
Third and goal. Matt's got to put the ball in the air here. Man-to-man across the field. Rolling. Lindsey fires to the end zone. Got a man. And it's incomplete. And now you got to go. You're probably going to go for the field goal here.
I would take the points. I mean, you get the onside and you can start heave-hoeing all you want, but you don't score a touchdown here and you're 15 yards away and this ball game's done.
2:27 left, and now Stansbury going to take one of their final 2 timeouts. So timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. You're watching the 4A semifinals on live.ksl and DeseretNews.com. Going for it. They're going for it. Kicked the field goal earlier, they didn't get it. They're going to go for it here. 4th and goal. Play action. Lindsay, got to get rid of the ball. Does. He's got a man in the end zone. And it's incomplete. Intended for Mackey. Thought he had a shot at it. And it's turnover on downs. And right now it's all Mountain Crest with 2:20 left in the 4th quarter.
You know, I say often I'm not a coach. We'll verify that once again. But they know that you've got to throw the football. And 2 routes on the play. That one double covered underneath. Very slim chance of making that play. It's a great effort by Lindsay. But it just comes up short, and Mountain Crest looks like they're going to return to a state championship game.
And it's Bo Robinson on the carry. And not only that, Stansbury burned a timeout and only have 1 remaining. So it'll have to be on a 3rd or 4th down, which they'll take that final timeout, or they'll have just wasted it. Takiaho made the stop on that run from Robinson inside of 2 minutes remaining. 1 first down, and this ball game is over. And setting up a possible all-Cache Valley championship.
Of course, Orem going to try to defeat that tomorrow night, huh? That'll be a well of a ball game we'll have for you right here.
Yeah, it will be. And Dane Stewart and I will have the call again tomorrow on the 6A semifinals. My, oh my, it's been a long day. East taking on Lone Peak at 11 o'clock, and then at 2:30 we have Bingham versus Harriman in the Black and Blue Bowl. And then, as you mentioned, we got Orem versus Skyview. And if it could be Mountain Crest Skyview in that 5A championship game, Dane, I mean, well, even if it's Orem, I think it'd be a great game. But 3rd and 4, this is a big play. Here comes Bo Robinson. And Bo is near the first down marker, and he just needs to get the 29-yard line, and I believe he did. And if he did, that's the ball game, and he did. Mountain Crest has the first down, and this ball game, for all intents and purposes, is over, but Stansbury takes the timeout, their 3rd and final timeout. We'll take it with them. The final 104 of the 4A championship when we come back. And out comes Mountain Crest. Going to take a knee. Does Brady Hall. They'll have to do that 1 or 2 more times. And if you're Mountain Crest, I don't think you care who it is you face in the 5A state championship. But it would feel good to play against the Bobcats 1 more time and just have 1 shot at them.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. But to your point, I mean, I agree, right? We don't care who the opponent is. Going to go out, take care of business, and I think this is a team that is that has that mindset. Now, I agree, right? I mean, you're all now down in that same region. You lost the region title because of that game, and I mean, even if you won state but lost that, people in Cache Valley are still going to always have that to kind of combat you with, and it would do a lot for this Mountain Crest team if they would have a chance to redeem themselves. But that is no sure thing. Those Orem Tigers, boy, that is going to be a good ball game right here tomorrow evening.
Coach Lee and the Mustangs in his 2nd year in his tenure go to the 5A state championship. They take care of business against Stansbury 17-7 in a cold, frigid night, and they set themselves up. Get in the 5A championship game. We'll find out tomorrow. Either they get Skyview or they get Orem. And either way, I think it's going to be a heck of a ball game. Mountain Crest takes care of business. Dane, your final thoughts.
2 words. Bo Robinson. Both sides of the ball. He was the difference tonight for Mountain Crest. Over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown. Got to do a better job of taking care of the football. Not just Bo, but I mean, we saw a number of fumbles tonight. Some miscommunication on some of those reads for Mountain Crest. The offense didn't play its cleanest game.